welcome to our group. Rock candy or sugar crystal, as well as we know it made from saturated sugar solution. Of course, it's too sweet, but if you have the plenty, just stir with the rock candy into the tea. Two experiments were conducted by our group. One where the effect of concentration sugar solution on the rate of crystallization for the sugar is studied, and another one is the effect of seed crystal on the rate of crystallization.
Let's consider a sugar solution at a certain concentration. After some time, the sugar will tend to precipitate and settle at the bottom of the container. However, some of it will also tend to crystallize. The precipitate will clump together and form a crystal structure. There will be multiple nucleation sites where the crystallization can occur and grow. To facilitate a faster growth of sugar crystal, one may add a sugar crystal inside the solution beforehand. This will provide a nucleation site for all of that precipitate to clump together around and form a giant crystal. Now let's consider two sugar solutions with different concentrations. The lower concentration sugar solution will tend to precipitate slower than the higher concentration sugar solution. Hence, the rate of crystallization is faster in the higher concentration sugar solution, as the solubility of the solution is lower here, so more of the sugar will tend to precipitate.
For the first part of the experiment, two skewers are weighed and labeled to distinguish one from the other. 1 part water is boiled in a pan, and then 3 parts sugar is added. The mixture is stirred until the sugar is completely dissolved. The mixture should be able to see the bottom of pan. Then, the solution is poured into 2 different jars. A skewer is dipped into solution and rolled in sugar. Each skewer is dipped 5 cm into the respective jars without touching the bottom or the sides of the cup. After 2 weeks, each skewer, along with its sugar crystal, is taken out and weighed.
Now, onto the second part of the experiment. A sugar solution is prepared just as before. A skewer is dipped 5 cm into the solution and then rolled in sugar and left to cool. Then, it is dipped again into the solution and left alone for 2 weeks. The weight of the sugar crystal on the skewer is measured just as before. However, for this part of the experiment, 2 other specimens are prepared with different concentration for the sugar solution. Food coloring can be added to the sugar solutions in either experiment for the sake of distinction or just for fun.
After doing this lab, we learned that sugar goes into solution better at higher concentration of sugar and the presence of seed crystal to grow a very large sugar crystal. It also became thick, which means that sugar went into solution. Moreover, we found that by controlling the variables of the solute and letting the stick dry more in this experiment, the sugar crystal will become more thicker.